Welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. Thanks for making us part of your day. Coming up, when it comes to spending your hard-earned dollars, lots of people are dealing with difficult choices, even when it comes to taking care of themselves. Aspen Dental talks about the benefits of seeing your dentist regularly. And the 38th annual Clinton Bluefish Festival is much more than a fishing tournament. We'll fill you in on all the family fun. And I'm here in the kitchen with Chef Bill Collins. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Teresa.
Today we're having dessert, but a gluten-free dessert.
Yes.
So in my mind, I feel like that's healthier.
It is healthier, but you'd never know by tasting it that it's gluten-free. It's a spectacular cookie, even without the words gluten-free.
Really? And what are they? What are we
They're
looking at?
chocolate walnut cookies, and they're made with egg whites and cocoa powder, and they're so simple to make. Don't even need an electric mixer to whip up the egg whites. You throw everything in, you bake them, and you'll have a great cookie in minutes.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, let's get the show on the road. Look right
Super.
into camera 2. Tell everyone what they need to do.
So you want to sit back, relax, and you're having lunch with style.
We're the only law firm in Connecticut with a doctor and nurse on staff who are also lawyers. Imagine that.
We've got a summer full of fun at the new Children's Museum. Come experience Jane Goodall's Wild Chimp Challenge, our brand new outdoor interactive maze exhibit. Check out our baby foxes, the robotic dinosaurs in our Jurassic treehouse, wildest weather in the solar system, and more.
It's never been a better time to come back and visit.
There are so many new things to see and do, so bring your family back to the new Children's Museum today.
Ever wonder what's behind two little fleas, the next generation, and then countless more? How do you kill them? Frontline Plus. It uses 2 ingredients, one to kill adult fleas and ticks, plus another to eliminate free eggs and larvae, annihilating the next generation of fleas. And Frontline Plus works non-stop for 30 days. No wonder it's the #1 choice of vets for their pets and yours. Ask your vet about Frontline Plus. Accept nothing less.
When you've got to climb the rough side of the mountain, fear nothing. You need not go it alone. If you've been injured, remember this number, 1-800-HEYMAN. You'll always find help here. I'm John Heyman, and that's my promise.
Who's asking the tough questions for you? News 8.
A dental checkup probably isn't on the top of your summer to-do list, but putting off a routine appointment can actually end up costing you more in the long run, and we're not just talking money. Dr. Shedley Shatsky-Vincent from Aspen Dental is back with me today. Welcome to the show. So it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, so why do you think people avoid going to the dentist?
Is
it the drill? Does it have something to do with that?
It could be. I think there's a number of reasons. I think it's, anxiety,
Sure.
Fear of being at the dentist, and it could be a financial issue too.
All right, we're going to talk about gum disease today.
Yes.
Is that a big problem?
It is a big problem. The thing is that a lot of us have gum disease. They say the statistics are 75% of Americans have gum disease, and a lot of us don't even know it.
Wow.
So the thing is that you want to get to it early, because when it is just gum disease, it's reversible. But if it gets worse, it could affect the bone that surrounds your teeth, and you could lose the bone, and that's irreversible.
Are there warning signs, or is it just routine visits? How do we know?
There are warning signs, bleeding gums, swollen gums. Also, if you find when you're brushing your teeth or flossing or eating hard foods that your gum starts bleeding, separation of the teeth or loosening of the teeth, or even if your partial dentures start fitting differently.
All right, so you're diagnosed with gum disease. Is there anything you can do at home?
Yes, there's regular maintenance that you can do at home. Of course, you want to brush twice a day with a fluoride toothpaste.
Okay.
You want to floss twice a day, and you want to maintain a well-balanced, healthy diet.
Now, what's the process once it's advanced? How do you take care of it?
Well, you want to keep up with your regular dental cleanings.
Okay.
There's gum treatments that you can do and gum therapy to get it stabilized.
All right, what can people do to maintain good oral health? We have a couple of suggestions here. First, you mentioned a fluoride toothpaste.
Yes, a fluoride toothpaste, yes, to fight the cavities. You want to brush, like I was saying, twice a day. You want to floss to keep the gums healthy.
Okay.
And to eat a healthy diet. And to keep up with your visits twice a year, regular checkups.
All right, let's go back to the toothpaste. What about, you see whitening, fluoride? There's so many choices and varieties. Can you recommend one, or what are we looking for?
I think any toothpaste that has fluoride in it is a good toothpaste.
Got it.
And there are other adjuncts too that for teeth with sensitivity, you have like Sensodyne for sensitive teeth. Whitening toothpaste are good too. So.
All right, other than gum disease, what other big health concerns are we looking at?
You also want to be careful with oral cancer. That's something that could be life-threatening, and we do offer an oral cancer screening test. And what we do is we use a high-tech test where we use a glow stick that we put in your mouth, and with that we could see if there are any atypical cells that could lead to oral cancer. Because sometimes if you're just looking with your naked eye, you cannot see those atypical cells because they're so tiny.
Okay.
So with the glow stick, they're able to be more visible.
Got it. All right. For people that wear dentures, it's equally as important to go to the dentist twice a year, if not more?
Yes. It's equally important because, you know, our mouth changes, our bone changes, and they recommend that we change our dentures every 5 to 7 years.
Okay.
So with those changes that we have in our mouth and with the bone, the dentures may not be fitting properly. And with that, you could end up with sores, you could have a hard time chewing, and that could also infect, you know, the inner gastrointestinal parts too.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we keep up with that so our dentures are fitting properly.
That goes all along with the overall health factor there.
Yeah.
All right, doctor, tell me about the special offer that you have for Connecticut Style viewers.
Well, we are offering 20% off dentistry and selected dentures, and for patients that don't have insurance, we offer free exam and x-rays.
All right, let's put some information up on the screen. If you'd like more info or to make an appointment, call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or visit their website at aspendental.com. Dr. Vincent, thanks so much for being here, as always.
Thanks for having me.
All right, coming up next, a recipe you won't be able to resist. Chef Bill is going to show us how to make chocolate walnut cookies gluten-free when Connecticut Style returns. Don't go anywhere.
How can Bob's of Milford finance people with bad credit? It's no mystery, it's experience. I've been getting car loans for people with bad credit for over 20 years.
This new GMC Acadia could be yours for just $189 a month.
You could drive away in this brand new Buick Cross for just $199 a month.
See Bob's first and drive away in the car you deserve.
Bob's of Milford.
He just wants to get you a loan.
Open Sundays.
Surprise! It's the 10th anniversary summertime can-can sale.
Now ShopRite does the can-can in the summertime for all our fans of can-can. Today it's great to save some cash at ShopRite Summer Can-Can Bash.
It's our 10th anniversary, and you'll find uncanny savings on hefty foam plates or bowls or hefty slider storage bags, just $1.34 with your Price Plus card.
Shop and save more at our Summer Can-Can Bash.
It's hot, hot, hot!
Oh, oh, oh!
Have you applied for Social Security disability and received a letter like this, denying your benefits? We help people with their Social Security disability claim. Call the Holler Law Firm at 1-800-333-3163 for a free consultation.
I'm done. My skin's so raw.
Try new Gold Bond Friction Defense Stick.
That's new.
Gold Bond Friction Defense soothes skin and reduces friction right on the spot.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Think Gold Bond.
This stuff works.
All right, who can resist dessert, especially when it's so simple to make? Chef Bill Collins is a personal chef and cooking instructor, and is going to share his recipe for walnut chocolate cookies, and they're gluten-free, which is pretty cool.
Well, a great coincidence. Yes, they are.
All right, well, welcome to the show. No, I want to talk a little. I want to learn a little bit about you. This is kind of a second career for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I was in computers and high tech for almost a decade. Said, I'm not having much fun. I went to cooking school. and I cooked at the old Ritz-Carlton in Boston for a couple of years, and then a little over 10 years ago I started my own personal chef business. So here I am.
And how can people find you?
They can find me online. Most people do find my website, chefbuild.com, and a lot of referrals, and it just keeps me on the road and in kitchens.
Now, will you go to someone's home and prepare dinner and do the whole shebang?
Just about everything is done in people's homes. So it's a romantic dinner for two. I've done 4.5 marriage proposals. So
oh, I love that.
Oh, they're great fun, yeah.
Oh, good. All right, Chef, what are we making here today?
What we're doing it's a chocolate walnut cookie from the great bakery Payard in New York, and I've adjusted it just a little bit. I mean, it's such a spectacular cookie, but it's a very simple cookie, and it's, as I said, it's not only is it gluten-free, there's no butter in it, but you can never tell by tasting it how healthy it is.
This is a healthy cookie. I
It's
like the sound of that,
borderline
right?
healthy. So what we're going to do is, I've already got the ingredients out here, is starting with confectioner sugar. And in making it gluten-free, there is no flour, but there's a lot of dry ingredients. We've got upwards of 3 cups of confectioner sugar, and about a half a cup of cocoa powder. Now the thing is, you might be inclined to say, well, gee, it's so powdery, I don't need to sift it. You definitely want to sift it, because what happens is you get little bits in confectioner sugar and cocoa that just never break up. And
that's a step I usually skip.
Exactly, and I sometimes do too.
But you should do it for this recipe.
Yep, whenever you're using those two. And so also, so I just like to kind of put it in just a regular little strainer like this, because I can never remember to bring my my sifter with me, and it goes very quickly. Now, the second step of this is once you get everything all combined, all sifted like that, and I've already put in the little bit of salt. Okay. And see those little bits left in there? Got it. The next step is you want to take a whisk and just combine those so everything is all mixed together evenly. The reason you want to do that is because you don't want to overbeat this. Okay. There's not a lot of liquid. If you overbeat it, it can make it a tough cookie. And tough cookies only work in old 1940s movies. So what you want to do is just add some of the egg white.
Wait, no, you didn't have to beat the egg white ahead of time or anything?
No, and that's the great thing. You don't have to beat it beforehand. And actually, one thing I wanted to do is put the nuts in first, and mix them with the chocolate, but that'll be going there fine. See, that's another great secret about this. Just about every recipe with egg whites, you get them all whipped up and frothy, and that's what gives you
with the little peaks, right? That's
exactly,
how it works.
And that's what gives you the loftiness, the lightness of it. But in this case, it's a chewy cookie, so it just all gets thrown in there. And so you can see already we're about maybe a minute into it, and it's almost all combined.
Okay.
The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the vanilla. And this actually has a lot of vanilla in this, about upwards of a tablespoon, and that's more than you see in most recipes. But that's fine too. It's what part of all the flavor is with the sugar and the cocoa. And with the wooden spoon, just kind of combine everything together, and you can see you're thinking, gee, it's awfully dry, nothing's happening, but it's going to come together awfully quickly.
Okay.
And that's why you don't want to use an electric mixer, because again, that will be overbeating it. And see how all of a sudden it's starting at the bottom there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all starting to come together. It's starting to get a little thicker here. And it goes from a light colored powdery thing to all of a sudden, see, it's all just almost all combined.
Are there any different varieties you could use? Maybe different types of nuts? Or?
Yes, because actually, if somebody has a nut allergy, a tree nut allergy, very often when that happens, there's not a peanut allergy, because those aren't a tree nut. See, it's all combined and done. And so this works very well with peanuts, because peanuts and chocolate are a great combination too. So, and so now it's all mixed up and all ready to go. And now you want to put it on the sheet pan with parchment paper. Now, sometimes you might be inclined to skip the parchment paper because you figure, well, I'll just spray the pan, because most cookie recipes, you spray the pan.
Sure.
But because this is a chewy and almost a sticky cookie when it comes out, when it's still warm, it'll stick to the pan. You'll need a chisel to get it off.
So you definitely need the parchment
Definitely
paper.
want to go with the parchment paper. And so what you want to do is large spoonfuls, large teaspoonfuls, fill up the whole spoon, and just drops right on. You want to put them, 1.5 inches, 2 inches apart, because that way, when they spread out a bit, you won't end up with one massive cookie on here.
I like how you're using 2 spoons, because typically I would try to just push it off and it wouldn't work.
And then you end up, having just a mess everywhere. So practice tells me 2 spoons, one to scoop it out and one to take it off of the cookie.
All right. I guess you're trying to make them all the same size so they cook evenly?
Generally, and you don't need to measure them out, because I know some people can be crazy with the recipes and measure out the exact amount. And but you know, a good size, and you don't even have to be a perfect round scoop because it's going to have a nice little shape to it. It won't be perfectly round, but it doesn't have to be. It'll find its own shape once the heat hits it.
Now, how many cookies are we making here?
We're going to be total, I'm just going to do this one pan, but this recipe has a yield of about 26, 27 cookies when you make them this size. If you want more, what you'll need to do is just make smaller ones. And it'll cook just fine. Just bake it for a little bit shorter.
Okay. And what do you have the oven preheated to?
I have the oven preheated to 325 degrees. That's almost the standard for baking. Some recipes go higher, some lower, but that's the general rule of thumb.
These look good already before they're even cooked.
You know, I know they're supposed to, they say, don't test to eat raw batter because of the eggs and everything, but every now and then it might happen. You accidentally taste it, and it really is a very tasty batter in and of itself.
All right.
So now these are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to do this, and thanks to the miracle of television.
Oh, we have some made already. What do you know?
Look what we have here.
Oh,
I'm
they
just
look
going to take
wonderful.
my towel, yep.
And of course, we'll have the recipe online at WTNH.com. Just click on Style.
And lo and behold,
gluten-free chocolate walnut cookies.
Gluten-free chocolate walnut cookies. You can tell when they're done. And this is the big thing, because many cookies, if you're doing like a chocolate chip cookie, it's a little brown around the bottom and you want to take it out then. These don't change color, but you see it's starting to crack a little bit at the top, and that crack tells you it's time to come out of the oven.
Great.
And so this way, and also the best...
That's your chisel?
This is my chisel. This is actually like a $2 little cookie lifter. Somebody gave me this, and I said, I don't really need one.
It's a great tool.
These are perfect, because the bigger ones are a little too big for cookies, so and it just comes right up, and it'll go right onto the rack like that.
All right, Chef Bill, we're going to try these at the end of the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you inviting me.
All right, coming up next, we'll tell you all about the 38th Annual Bluefish Festival when Connecticut Style returns. Don't go anywhere.
The pool in their backyard, slashed by vandals. And we want to know who would do such a thing.
It's just disturbing that people get joy out of creating this kind of havoc.
Well, now, after our story, we're happy to say that some good Samaritans are fixing this family's pool for free.
You hear nice things happening all the time. It just never hit this close to my house.
Who's got your back? News 8.
We got flooring for this room free. The office free. Check it out. Free.
It's Empire's whole house sale. Buy flooring with installation for 2 rooms and get flooring for the rest of your rooms free. As many as you like.
The rec room free.
And right now, pay no interest till 2014.
Free.
Don't miss Empire's whole house sale. Buy 2 rooms, get the rest free. Call today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
After your accident, the insurance company may process 35,000 other claims that same day. Not exactly the personal touch you deserve. Now imagine a law firm that puts your needs first.
I'm Carter Mario. We fight big insurance companies because we know it's not about them, it's about you. Imagine that.
Get Carter. 1-800-900-6700.
Okay, did you know the bluefish capital of the world is right on the Connecticut shoreline? I didn't know, but it's actually in Clinton. And this coming weekend, you and your family are invited to check out all the fun at the 38th Annual Clinton Bluefish Festival. Here to fill us in are Robin Butler, the publicity co-chair, and Jack Egan, the committee co-chair. Thanks for being here, both of you.
Thank you.
All right, so Jack, this started 38 years ago. How did it get started?
It got started when a local gentleman, Art Navarro, decided that he wanted to help raise money for Jerry's kids with the telethon coming up. So he got the civic organizations together and put on a festival to raise money for Jerry's kids.
All right, and Clinton is actually the official bluefish capital of the world. How did that happen?
That happened when, after a couple of years of having the festival, the governor came down, Governor Ella Grasso, and decided to name us Bluefish Capital of the World because we had the Bluefish contest, we had the boat parade, we had the festival. We had all this fun stuff going on, and we were doing it every year. And it's stuck for 38 years.
Very good. It's this Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
And let's just talk about how it brings the community together. I'm sure you get a very big turnout.
Yes, we usually have a pretty good turnout unless the weather is bad.
Oh,
And years ago we were in August and it always rained. Now we're in July and it always is hot.
Well, that's not so bad.
But it's still a fun day. We've moved up from the water to behind the town hall, where the civic groups get together, plus some vendors get together, and we try and raise money for the civic groups as well as for our own group, and help out the community and all the civic groups.
All having a great time.
Yes.
Robin, tell me about the festival. What can people expect this year?
A lot of fun activities. We have the carnival this year. It's the first year we're having carnival rides.
Okay.
And we have the fishing tournament, which will take place on Saturday. Registration is between 7 and 8:30 in the morning.
Is that a one-day event?
Just a one-day. Okay. Yes, just on Saturday. We will have a car and bike show.
I think we just saw the motorcycles up on the screen there.
Yep, so that's the second year we're doing that. People can come and vote for their favorite car and favorite motorcycle.
Got it.
We have arts and crafts fair, got a silent auction, teacup raffle, lots of food, drink, lots of good times.
And what about for the little ones?
Oh, we got a children's area, so we have arts and crafts for the kids to partake in and create some fun stuff and bring home. And we also have the carnival rides again that the kids can enjoy. They have a bike parade that they can take part in.
They can bring their own bikes?
They bring their own bikes, they decorate them, and they have a little parade around and get judged on the best bike and best decorated.
Jack, I want to ask you, how has this changed over the course of the last 3 decades, almost 4?
Well, it's probably gotten bigger more than anything. We had to move from the town dock area because we just outgrew the area.
Sure.
And now we're up behind the town hall. We're on a river. We have a dock right there at the river. As a matter of fact, the Bluefish Committee donated the gazebo that's on that dock a few years ago. But we've added so many things. The things Robin mentioned, plus we have a baby contest. We have a pet contest. We have
pets are invited?
Yeah, we have a children's play going to be.
Yep, the Kids Connection, the local youth theater, is actually having Puss in Boots performing on Saturday at 5 o'clock inside the town hall.
So a lot of activities.
All
and who doesn't
kinds
like
of-
coming down to the shoreline in the summertime?
There's crafts, a lot of crafts, silent auction. You know, there's probably 10, 12 food vendors there, or different types of food.
So it's a great way to spend a Friday or Saturday.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so the Clinton Bluefish Festival is happening Friday and Saturday, as we just said. For more information, visit clintonbluefishfest.com. All right, Jack, Robin, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Good luck with the event.
Thanks.
All right, stay with us. More Connecticut Style after the break. We'll be right back. Well, it sounds fun.
Tonight, hold on tight.
We got a pulse. He's alive.
People magazine says you gotta see this.
I spend a little too much time in the hospital, and that's probably why I'm single now.
New York Med is reality TV done right.
You gotta see New York Med.
Tonight at 10, 9 Central on ABC.
Here's another revolutionary idea from Colonial Toyota.
Imagine getting your car serviced on time or it's free. Hi, I'm Bobby Crabtree from Colonial Toyota in Milford. With our new pit crew system, you get all the service in half the time. Our factory-trained technicians will perform all these services for just $49.95. And they'll do it in 60 minutes or less, or it's on me. Come to Colonial Toyota, Route 1, Milford.
7 years ago, a mastectomy helped me defeat breast cancer. I had complications, and it took me quite a while to recover from just the surgery. Women used to be sent home right after a mastectomy because insurance companies refused to cover their hospital stay. Susan Bysowitz got a law passed that made insurance cover my time in the hospital. I'll be proud to vote for Susan Bysowitz. She fought the insurance companies to get the care we deserve.
I'm Susan Bysowitz, and I approve this message.
These are the faces of the motorcycle community. People just like you and me. If you've been injured, there's only one name to call. That's 1-800-AMON. Let the only legal team who's been a trusted member of Connecticut's motorcycle community work for you.
It was 50 years ago the Rolling Stones performed live for the first time. Recently, they gathered in London to mark their anniversary and proclaim their discovery about the real fountain of youth. Here's ABC's Nick Watt.
What a drag it is getting old. Might be the truth for most of us, but not for Mick and Keith. The Stones are still rolling.
Fascinating and raunchy. Keep them that way.
I'm lucky to be here, man. It's amazing.
And they sure tried. The leathery lead guitarist has survived drugs, drink, even falling out of a coconut tree.
Despite the kind of all the years that have passed and everything, I think I've come through it pretty unscathed.
Mick, 68 years old, is still shaking his bony behind and pouting. Then and now, that's some funky dancing.
It's a bit like looking at an alternate universe of yourself. I mean, I recognise this, but the person's still the same person. You know, the core of the person's still pretty much the same, I'd say.
They were just 18 years old when the Stones got together back in '62. Kennedy was in the White House, and man was still 7 years away from walking on the moon. The longest marriage in rock history, complete with cattiness. Keith calls Mick Her Majesty. But 200 million albums later, come on chaps, a golden anniversary tour?
We're playing around with the idea, and we've had a couple of rehearsals.
In the event of nuclear Armageddon, if the rest of us perish, the Rolling Stones will still be here, playing Start Me Up to the Cockroaches. Nick Watt, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, they still look good. And here's a reminder, if you want to go to Lake Compounce, you can enter to win a family 4-pack of tickets by coloring to ride. Parents ask your kids age 6 to 12 to draw a picture of their dream water slide. Color it, name it, and take a picture of it. Then upload the picture onto the entry form at ConnecticutStyle.tv. Winning artwork will be featured at Lake Compounce. And we have to say a big congratulations to the News 8 softball team. We were the champions. There was a big TV tournament over the weekend, and we did fairly well. We beat NBC 30 19-2, and then we played in the championship game against Channel 3, and we beat them 13-7. So it was a great game, and the winning team got the golden mic. It's right here. It's going to stay in New Haven for another year. So it was a lot of fun, and we raised a lot of money for the Smilo Cancer Center in honor of Dr. Mel. So we are back in the kitchen, and we're going to try Chef Bill's cookies. They look fantastic. You have to cool them before you eat them?
Just for a little bit. You can even have them a little bit warm, but they're great at any temperature.
All right. And let's talk one more time about the Bluefish Festival. When is it, and where can people get more information?
It's this Friday and Saturday. Friday is from 5:30 to 10, and Saturday is from 11:30 to 10. And you could go on ClintonBluefishFest.com to get more information.
Jack, give it a good pitch. Why are people going to want to come out and visit?
Well, they really want to come out and see all the fun activities. We have a couple of bands during the afternoon. We have 2 local bands, one from Durham, one from Clinton, for Friday night and Saturday night. And, you know, it's just a good fun time. And with the carny rides this year, I think the smaller kids and even the big kids will have fun.
All right, something for the entire family.
Something for the entire family.
All right, well, help yourself to a cookie. And Chef Bill, where can we find more info on you? In case we need a personal chef.
In case you need a personal, you can find me online at chefbill.com, and everything goes from there.
All right, well, thank you all of you for being here. Most of all, thank you for watching. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. We're going to dig into these cookies. Bye-bye.